Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm Axon Evolved, and before we get started, I just want to wish everybody, Happy New Year. We're finally out of 2020. Looking forward to good things. Reflecting back on 2020, I still can't believe how much this channel has grown, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But on that note, I also noticed, digging through the numbers, that 76% of the people who watch these videos aren't subscribed. So if you guys could do me a favor, hit that little subscribe button down below. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me out a lot. It helps the channel grow, helps more people see it, and kind of motivates me to keep doing more. So if you just hit that button, just turn it gray. If it's red, turn it gray. No harm, no foul. So anyway, back to the video. Now, I know it's been a little bit, holidays taking over the time, but I did manage to do a little bit of work in between these episodes to try to kind of be able to do some stuff, right? So, our tour begins right over here. So, you may notice this Mark IV battery connected to this Mark IV battery with conduits. Well, if we just follow this chain, right, that goes over here to another Mark IV, which goes to that Mark IV, and goes to that Mark IV, goes to that Mark IV. But you'll notice a bunch of new infrastructure over here. And some of you are going to know what this is. This is a blast furnace. So this is what we're going to use, I believe, to start smelting, or like the efficient smelting of the tier 4 ores. I think they're tier 4. Chrome and moly. This is where we're going to smelt it eventually. And so you can see I kind of have it set up to be powered by all these Mark IV batteries with conduits. And that's kind of the plan, I guess, that I'm going to do going forward, is to get this stuff kind of all powered in this manner, because I know there's huge power requirements, so we're kind of going to have to make that work. And so that's all running off of this Mark V battery right here, which is connected by these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 turbines with room for expansion should we require it. Now, the layout, or the usage as I'm kind of looking at it, is going to be machinery. This one's just going to be really lights and kind of infrastructure stuff. And this one is going to be for defense. And you can see this one also has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one has 12 turbines going to it. I'll need to put on those polished chrome lenses to get the maximum transfer rate. But until then, we're going to kind of make do with what we have. But you'll notice this one has some lasers going out that way. I kind of messed with this in the last episode. But the plan with these, and it has to do with all of this stuff growing over here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is, I guess that's kind of the only height we can really go without like further impeding stuff in the future. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, we might want to go up a little bit also. Because if we expand out this way and put any other Mark V batteries, well, if we put a Mark IV on top of those ones, then we're going to run into interference anyway. So, anyway, the plan is throw another set of conduits onto some more Mark IV batteries that we have on the edges. And so what I want to do is set up, I don't know, like if this line right here is going to be the distribution hub, right? So we'll kind of have another one. Maybe I'll probably end up putting another Mark IV directly above that one. I don't know, like 10 more meters. So like right under this, have it go to another Mark IV over here to get powered. And then this will end up getting lowered a little bit. So it's kind of like right about, I don't know, 10 or so meters off the ground. And it'll all be connected by conduits, but I'll probably have like 1, 2, 3, I don't know, maybe 4-ish of these batteries, and I'm going to put these lancers on them, right? And the lancers will kind of act like a perimeter defense, right? And so I want to do that basically in all 8 corners where we can get cryoplasm intrusion. So that's the plan for that. That's going to take quite a bit of infrastructure because, again, the bottleneck right now for all this stuff is polished chrome lenses, and that's the bottleneck for both the lancers themselves and the conduits that we need to transmit the power. So that's kind of I guess the next step is to try to figure out how we're going to start getting the tier 4 materials and start like transmitting them stuff. But on that note, you'll notice that there's this structure right here. And it starts with a Mark IV battery that's connected to all the other Mark IV batteries with conduits. But if we look over here, there's a really deep trench. And you might be thinking, well, what is all that? Well, in order to make things a little bit more power efficient, we basically just started setting everything up to use conduits and all that kind of stuff for power, right? So I've gone to all the big levels, right? I've gone to Toxic Caves, and you'll see there's a Mark IV battery right here. So this is getting fed from the cold caverns. This is where that power is. And I have a stop here in the Toxic Caverns because we are going to need, I think you get one of the gases here. I don't remember if it's like chlorine or, probably chlorine. Some kind of gas gets brought from out here, right? So we have power generation and we have the lifts for our tier 4 stuff that's coming down here. So if we go back down to, I guess, let's go Molly. So if you look, this is how far down we've gotten right now. It's all connected with conduits all the way back up there. But this is where the trencher is going to be for the Molly, right? Molly, yes. Molly. So really simple. I saw some comments in one of the other videos saying like I should have set these up so that the trencher just outputs basically right into the lift, but well, I didn't do that. So we're just gonna make do with what we have, right? So that'll go like that. But basically, it'll just be output here and pipes right into here, and that'll bring it all the way back up to the cold caverns. But because we are still trying to build some stuff, I do have the chrome already set up. So here you see, and that's obviously like very dangerous. Got to watch out for that. But here's the chrome with a trencher on it. I went ahead and set up the trencher because I need to harvest this chrome to make the chrome lenses, right? Because that's our bottleneck right now. And for the time being, we can arc smelter attachment, right? We can make bars out of this. And you see, we have about 350 Molly bars and only about 4 chrome bars because I'm making lenses, right? But I want to have enough Molly bars that I can build another trencher. And then we'll probably have to arc smelt until we can get all the pieces to get the blast furnace and the casting basins up and running. So I have no idea how any of those work, the blast furnace and the casting basins. I think I have like a speculation on how it'll work using pipes and stuff, but again, not 100% comfortable with that. So let me know any tips for that, for specifically the casting down below, because I'm just a little lost on how I want to set it up. But I know we're gonna need like the pipe coater to set it, to make the heat-proof pipes and all that kind of stuff. So there's just like a bit going. But on the bright side, we have chrome being extracted and sent up to the cold caverns. And from there, we can just kind of grab it and, take it to the surface when we need to and just build our chrome stash up, right? So that's kind of nice. Crystal's still doing well. Yeah, so everything's working out. So you can see we have a ton of chrome up here. And unload all, load all. Yeah, I think that kind of works. I wonder if I should switch this to load any. But I think it's okay. But number one, I think has to be the number one priority right now. I have to get that perimeter defenses up and going because I did set up this cryo map. And if you look, reflections go away. There we go. If you look, these bottom, I can't tell the orientation, right? I cannot tell the orientation, but you see there's some arms of cryo that are much more invasive right now than others. So we're definitely going to need to, like, I think this one, this one right here is that arm over there. So this one should be that corner. So we need to get the defenses going, but we need the lancers, which means we need the polished chrome lenses, which means we need to generate bars faster, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to kind of take a peek at where that's going or where that is right now and kind of what we can build. And then I'll bring you guys back and we'll kind of discuss the plan moving forward. So here at our little smelting facility that we have for our tier 4 ores, you can see, for those of you that might not have caught it in the last couple episodes, what I did is I set up something where the chrome and the moly kind of go through the zipper merge. And so our one arc smelter can pretty much just smelt both ores given, enough time. So doing this is obviously not super efficient, and it does end up producing bars at a slower pace. But eventually, once I run out of the moly, which is this one, once I run out of the moly ore, I'm going to have this just only smelt chromium, right? Because if we look at some of the costs that we have, I need another trencher, right? So if I look down here, another trencher drill, and I think I need three clicks of these, right? So 75 plus 70. So I need 150 ore, which I have. No problem. And then what else did I need? I think if I go to the casting, right? The casting basin is what turns liquid metal into bar. Okay, so this is what we actually need to do. Okay, so we need 15 clicks. So whatever 15 times 16 is, was that like 180? Like 180 bars. So 180 plus 150, was that 330? And I have 370. So I might actually have enough moly to build the components, but I'm going to end up needing to make pipes too. And those also cost, right? Heat conducting pipe, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of leads us into the natural transition to, well, we got to make some casting pipes, right? So I've got my polisher, my lens chromer, working over here, making chrome lenses. I got, 12 for right now. So that's kind of doing its thing. As more moly gets produced, I just, take it all and throw it in here to make chrome lenses, because that's what we need right now to really produce down in the cold caverns. But we also need to, we can't neglect other things. We have to be working at all times. So what I want to do now is set up a pipe coater, right? So if we look at the pipe coater, we see that this needs plastic pellets, copper pipes, and crystal fiber meshes, right? And if we look at, plastic pellets are not hard to make. It's just it's a biomass thing. Copper pipes are super easy to make, but crystal fiber mesh we do not have. So if we look at that, I think this is it, right? 32 crystal deposits. So what I'm kind of thinking, right? If we just go ahead and disassemble all this, our crystal room is right here. And if we go in here and look, we have more crystal than we really know what to do with. You know what I mean? Right now, all the crystal deposit is going into crystal clocks. So what I think I can do is I might be able to just divert like this side right here. Because if we look out here, it all gets fed from the same place, right? It all gets fed from here. And it's doing a pretty efficient job. So I think I can, because, if we look one more time, you see imbued machine blocks, advanced machine blocks, crystal clocks, right? We have that all here. But on the inside, we have so much overflow storage, right? Like, yeah, maybe we don't have a ton of imbued machine blocks. We've got, 37, so like 4,200, but we have a ton of advanced machine blocks. We have a ton of crystal clocks. We even have overclock crystal clocks kind of doing their thing, right? So, and look, here's even more, right? So what I can do is I think I can just kind of divert this, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to, let's see here. Do something like that, right? And then we'll just have that flow in. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay. So then we want this to be remove only. I'll throw this down here, and then we'll have. I don't have any of the big hoppers, right? So I'll for sure want. Oh wait, can I get these bigger ones? Magnetic and chromed. We're gonna need to make those too, which are gonna suck. I do have one of these really big ones, so let's just do something like that, right? We'll do that. That'll be add only. But then I'm going to throw a logistics grommet right there, right? Because then we're going to feed the crystal or the mesh out that way and do our crafting for our heat conducting pipes over there. So this just needs 50 power per second, which is easily attainable, right? So we'll just, we'll just do our thing here. Throw that on there. That right there. We'll put a small storage hopper right there. And we'll just continue this that way. This way, this should be running, this should be getting powered, and this should be outputting. It's already outputting. Holy crap. Crystal fiber mesh. Perfect. Okay, so we have that going. I don't know the speed that that's going to take, and I don't know how much stuff we're actually going to need, right? So I think what I'm going to do is not make it super, not make this a super expansive thing, right? So, I could probably actually just steal power from here too, because this is being fed by turbines down below, even though we're done. We're done with the need for this. So that might actually be very nice. I could actually just literally steal this power from right here. Just do something like this. Yeah, that'll be okay. We'll just do that. We'll fill this up. And then we will throw our pipe coater right there with that on it. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of output only, right? Or remove onlys. So a bunch of remove onlys. And from here, we're going to go into that. Right? Cannot locate plastic pellet. And it's also going to need pipes. Luckily, I have a bunch of pipe makers just sitting over here. Sitting over here doing literally nothing. Because we are no longer making fuel or anything, right? What are you? What is all this? Copper pipes, right? I wonder if I should just steal the copper pipes from here. You know what I mean? Because at least that way it'll still continue building. I'll probably end up hand feeding this for now. Just because I don't want to go through the trouble of building a whole thing, right? So this can be, we'll do this real quick. Copper pipes, boom. And then I'll just do something like this, right? I'll have this come out and go into, I should build some 500 slot hoppers, huh? 500 slot, one type, boom. Right into there. So then I can just throw plastic pellets. And this should do its thing, I would imagine. Ooh, I need to, what lens is that? The 600? 640? Well, it actually probably doesn't need a lens. Boom. Heat conducting pipe. This is only the start, though, because if we remember the recipe, right? The heat conducting pipe needs to go to a casting pipe, right? So I need the chromium bar and the molybdenum just to make the heat conducting pipe. So definitely, I wonder if I should just make this now. Get the chromium smelting to make the casting basin and kind of play around with that. But I need the lenses. So dang it. There's so many competing goals here. I'm going to beef these up just to make things a little bit easier for myself. All right, so I beefed these up with 500 slot hoppers. That way I don't have to tend to it as much. And it looks like the bottleneck right now is the crystal. I just don't think it's producing fast enough, that's all. And I wonder if there's a way to double this up. All right, so one more mesh weaver. Boom. Okay. So now I need to figure out how can I get the crystal into 2 different mesh weavers and have them both output the right direction. I could do something like this, right? And then I could put both mesh weavers down right here. And then have them both just output. But I need to move this then, right? Because I don't want them to be stealing off my... I don't want the outputs to be stolen, right? So we'll do something like that. Add only. That's remove only. Add only. And then we'll just have them output. There. That should at least double it up. I don't know if that's going to be feeding things in fast enough. But, I mean, it'll work for now, right? All right, so that's actually kind of huge. Let's go check on the chrome. Just right over here. We got lenses? We do. I don't think I'm making anything else right now, yeah. So it takes 4 chromium bars per unfocused polished lens to make 1 of the polished chrome lenses. So we basically just need a ton of chrome. Now, I should probably... I mean, to make this more efficient, right, I should be using the casting basin. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think we're going to be able to get this going, question mark. Casting basin components. Okay, so I need 15 clicks, and I have 1. So I guess one thing I could do is just turn this into a dedicated chrome smelter for right this second. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Right? Completely disregard that for right now. I'll take the moly out. And it'll have I'll just make chrome for the time being. Because I have whatever that amount is, right? I think that's like another 50. Let's see, 50 times 8 is 400. So like, not that many, right? But I have 410 moly, which I think is enough to at least get a casting basin and some pipes going. I need a bunch more to do research, but once I got the casting basin, I think I can start smelting both of these up there. Right? Because if I get the chrome going up, if I get the chrome casting, then I can have this just focus on the rest of the moly, which should give me enough to make a trencher motor to bring more moly up to the casting basin. Now, I don't know if the casting basins take both. Like, can I feed both ores in and they'll output to the right spot? I don't know how that works. I wonder if I need a casting basin for each set of ore. So that'll be something that will be interesting to learn, right? This looks like it's going okay. The power levels seem to be holding too, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm going to let this build up until we have enough for a casting basin, and then I will meet you guys down there when we try to figure out how this all works. All right, so we finally made enough chromium to craft this casting basin. So one thing I'm noticing is it says you can attach this to 4 blast furnaces, so obviously something we're going to need to work towards in the future, but for now, let's get this casting basin built. I have a couple bars set up so I can make this stuff, but I think we can make that down in the cold cave. So let's at least go down there, and we got to figure out power, we got to figure out logistics, all that stuff, right? So if this is the blast furnace, right? Let's make... I don't know if I have a casting basin set up. Okay. So I guess let's just arbitrarily go kind of like right over here. Right? So this is 5 by 3 by 5. Okay, so it's a 5 by 5. That's 3 high, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3. All right, so let's knock this out real quick. And boom. Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. So it looks like right away you have pipe inputs. Makes sense, right? So it looks like 4 pipes. And I wonder if this just offloads into hoppers. Well, and really the same thing with this, like the input, right? So if I do something like that, and then I do something like, I guess, that, right? Add only, remove only. And then we'll take some pipes. We'll kind of just do this kind of number, right? We're going to want you to hit that, right? So, boom. Is that the right direction? Should be. All right, so let's see if this starts anything working. Not connected to continuous casting missing. Okay. Easy enough. I don't know. Here, how many pipes do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so let's build 7 straight casting pipes. Easy, easy. And then we'll put those here. All right, so let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's an interesting orientation. Boom. Okay, now what does this say? Oh, look at that. It's smelting. Hell yeah. Smelting chromium bar. Oh, this doesn't need anything. And we have chromium bars outputting. Nice. This takes 2,500 power per second, so this is good for a couple reasons. Now that we have a consumer on the line, as Unity, hiccups a little bit, that means we're going to be using our turbines over here, which means our fuel is going to start cycling, which means our fuel stuff is going to go again. So that's kind of nice, and it looks like we are storing more than enough, or we're generating more than enough power. I'm going to want to, like I said, increase those to the polished chrome lenses, because there's no way, right, that this is taking, or that this is producing or transmitting enough power for both of these turbines, right? We would need like 3 of them per set to really like take into to really account for all the power that we need. So definitely we can get a lot more power transmission given enough time, right? So that's also probably something we're going to have to end up doing in order to maintain this amount of activity, or to fully utilize the infrastructure we already have. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Oh man, this is huge. So one thing I think I'm going to do, I wonder if I think I'm going to end up just doing these on both sides, right? So I'll make another blast furnace casting basin thing over here, but I'll probably end up doing, I guess, at least 2 of these. Because it seems like this can go fast enough. This can easily, if this can take 4, then obviously, like, we're going to need to get set up for 4. But then it comes down to, like, well, where's the... Well, maybe I just set up 3, right? Because I have 3 output pipes here. So, like, they can go, to another one right over here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these all in a row, maybe like a couple tiles over, and then just run the pipes to where I need them, right? So run pipe in there, one pipe in here. And if I even get a 4th one, run it all the way around, and then this will just be the output. And then I'll do the same thing for the molly over here so that they can all share this one block, right? This will be the conduit for all of them. But I don't know if that's going to be enough power. If this takes 2,500 power per second, we might need a whole nother battery setup. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's a way, and I think there is, because these batteries are centered on the Mark V, I could probably put another battery like right next to it, and it would draw from the Mark V, obviously. But it'd be a whole nother set of 10,000 power per second that I could use. Because I think we're going to run out quick. Honestly. And it looks like I wonder how much it... Oh, it took at least 15. I wonder if it takes 15 at a time. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rotate this and add this like so, just to fill this up faster. You know what I mean? So we'll do that. We'll do that. That way, this is getting as much as it possibly can hold, which would be ideal, right? So it does take them out 15 at a time. Holy crap, 45 already? This is kind of ridiculous how much we're able to produce this. With this setup now, we will basically have enough in no time to put the other trencher down for the molly, have enough components to build another... Oh crap, we're going to need to build a whole nother set. And I wonder if the casting basin can take from 2 machines. So if it, or from 2 blast furnace. If that is the case, let me know down in the comments, because that could kind of be like the catalyst for really like ramping up this production. But either way, we're going to need a ton of chrome to make lenses so we can fight this, because this is just getting worse and worse. And, you know, not a huge fan of how bad this is. So I don't think I'm going to get to that in this episode. That's kind of requires a lot more logistics than I have done right now. But we are definitely going to address this in the next episode, because I need to build a bunch more of these. And I don't think I need the induction plates anymore. But I'll need to do conduits and like reconfigure how this all goes and all that, you know. So definitely gonna be a task, right? And I think I don't think the Lancers take up so much power. I don't know how much power they actually do take, but I don't think they take up so much that 10,000 power per second won't handle it, right? Of course, I don't know if that's the case. If you know, let me know down below in the comments, because I'm just speculating. Use a freeze-on injector to supercharge this Lancer. Yeah, that'd be nice. 7-meter max size. So it is scanning. But I think it'd be kind of nice. I think it has like a 9-meter range or something. The range, okay, the range is 9 meters. So what I want to do is build one of these, a Mark IV battery, so that the middle line, so like right in the middle of this battery, is 9 meters off the ground. Or maybe the bottom. No, I think I'll go with the middle, because then I can put, you know, like a line of Lancers, like 3 Lancers or whatever. For now, 3 Lancers, and that'll be able to hit from 9 meters down to 9 meters up. And it should be able to get us like quite a bit more coverage for this cryoplasm, right? And I don't know how many I'm going to need for this length, right? So, you know, it'll be kind of like an experiment. We're gonna play around. We're gonna figure out what we need. But then, what's nice about using the conduits is they go every 128 meters. So that means I can like go down here. Like, look, we already have some cryoplasm peeking through, right? So I can set up like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. 4-ish more sets of Lancers. Go down this way. You know, just keep following. Oh, this is the quarry. Look at that. Look at the quarry hanging out with us. But yeah, that's the general plan. And then these things, what are they called? Conduits. The conduits have a far enough range that I think we'll be able to tie everything in together and it all equalize itself. And, you know, worst case scenario, we can have it be fed from more than one conduit, which is kind of like what I'm going to end up doing over here. You know, because I don't know how much more this conduit can handle. Although this is 2,500, and then whatever else it's taking down below is all on this same conduit circuit. Look at that, 87 chromium bars. So fast, so fast. The problem is I need both, right? I need a casting basin and a blast furnace to do the moly. Unless I can smelt moly from the same casting basin. Because I have enough to get the trencher. You know what? Let's just get the second trencher going. Let's build all those parts because I want to at least get some of the molly coming up, right? So I need 3 clicks of this and 3 clicks of this, which is like the perfect amount. Holy crap. Yeah, trencher motor, trencher drill. Okay, so let's run down to the molly real quick. All right, so here is just a matter of putting everything down, and we have a nice 3x3 face. So the trencher drill is just going to go right here, right? 1, 2, 3. And then the motor is just going to go right behind it. And I think it orients itself automatically, right? Like, so even though it's kind of facing the wrong way, I don't think that's on me. I think it's just kind of like what it does. So let's watch it. Boom, there we go. So now we have the molly at least collecting, right? So let's, you know, do our thing here. Add only. And then we'll just put the pipes in. Is that all the right way? And that'll do its thing. I mean, that's at worst, this will bring it up to the cold cavern level where we can grab it and bring it up to the surface to arc smelt. But like, look at that go. Look at that. Oh man. This is drill rate 801 per haul. So we could even kind of double this up. You know what I mean? There we go. We can kind of double it up like that so it fills twice as fast. But I'm pretty pleased with kind of what's going on here, you know? We've got this nice setup going. I can even make a little bit of room to kind of, you know, make it look a little better. But we're rapidly approaching the time where we you know, where we're moving out of the resource gathering phase. So let's actually go to the chrome because I want to do the same little pipe setup that I just did, right? So we'll go this way. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Just do something like this, and then this will go this way. Boom. So just like that, everything is producing at least, which is huge. That's like a huge weight off my shoulders. We've got to be very careful about that. We don't want to get annihilated. So let's go back to the cold caverns. In fact, I'm going to need to power up my batteries here. Okay, so let's talk future plans, right? Because we need to kind of figure all of this out. So crafting the bars is really only the first step in a long chain of events that's about to happen. Number one, we need to get this thing maxed out. We need to build a whole nother setup for the molly, and we need to get it all powered, which I think won't be super difficult, but again, it's just kind of something to do. And I wonder actually if I have these all touching, you know, like put the next blast furnace literally right next to it. I wonder if that would change anything. Because this thing's looking like it's able to produce stuff faster than we're able to. It's able to take the raw ore faster than we're even able to put it in. So might be something else we look into, but we'll see. And then so two blast furnace casting basin setups for the chrome and the molly. Then I want to build a room probably back this way. I'm going to build a room, and that's going to handle all of my lens production. That's going to handle kind of any kind of production. I know we're going to need to do like magnetic machine blocks and some other kind of machine, you know, all kinds of crazy machine block things. And then we're also going to need, what else? What else are we going to need? We are going to need, particulate filtration, right? So we're going to need to get in the magma caverns. We're going to need to get in, set up something here. We're going to need to set up something in the toxic caverns. So quite a bit of that. And that's all before we actually even try to fight the cryoplasm, because we're going to need to build a magma bore. We're going to need to build dazzlers. We're going to need to build melters. Like so many steps. We're going to need to excavate. We're going to need to build a Falcor cryo bombers. Like so many different steps to take still. And we need to kind of clear out some of this excess crystal so it gets out of the way of our logistics. How is this looking, by the way? Oh, still over 1 million. So that should hold us off for quite a bit, actually. So, like I said, a lot of work to do. Next up is defense and building up more molly bars. So on that note, guys, thank you again so much for hanging out this episode. We made quite a few steps. We are progressing steadily into the rest of this end game, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series. The likes and the comments and the subscriptions. I mean, I still can't believe the amount of support you guys are showing. So for those of you that aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free, costs you absolutely nothing, and all it does is help me out. So if that sounds like a good thing, you know, just do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. So until next time, I'm going to be pumping these out shortly. Also, I will be streaming for the next few weeks until my classes start up again in late January. So if that's something you're interested in, the links for my Twitch and my Twitter are down below. I update Twitter a little bit more often about what's going on and what my schedules are. So if any of that interests you, hit those links down below. But with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.